the last time I'm recording anything, guys. So peep and lock in. Can you give me VIP group access for free? You will come out of it. Yeah, you are in the VIP group, Finn. You are in the VIP. You're currently in the VIP group. I chose you, and I said yes. I told you you can be in the VIP forever for free. I just chose just a handful of people, but most of them are paying. So don't always say this. There's just a handful of people just here for free. So yeah, just like I said, Tuesday, nothing much, right? But yeah, Tuesday it's just a manipulation day. If those who don't know, Tuesday is usually my shittest fucking day. And yeah, we don't fucking do anything out of in Tuesday because it's manipulation day. There's not much volume, and we had FOMC in Wednesday, so no fucking trades on Tuesday. Wednesday, I said I was not gonna trade. I didn't even send this to the group, but I traded this on the challenge account. None of the fundeds. I took this on the challenge account because it was a risky trade, and it was in drawdown, the funded next challenge, so I just risked 2%, just let it fucking fly. And yeah, I did this, and yeah. What's up with your network? The last 2 minutes, bro. My network is fucking fine. Look, 18 ms. Are you kidding me? My network is fucking amazing. And yeah, that's literally mainly it, right? I mean, just Wednesday was usually just as I say the distribution day, and we had equal highs. 0.618 level mitigated. We also grab liquidity. This is usually an A+ setup for me because this is usually on the higher time frame we mitigate 0.618. We also grab liquidity on the previous day, and yeah, we mitigated this equal highs above. We left unswept highs, and that is usually an amazing fucking whatever, right? So who keeps tagging me? And everyone join with America. Yeah, just like I said, guys, just Wednesday is usually just a distribution day, and there is usually just no. I shouldn't have taken this trade because it was in my rules to not trade before FOMC day or during FOMC day. That was actually during FOMC day, but I fucking did it anyway because it was just a challenge account, and I didn't give a fuck about their challenge account. If it was blown, I was just gonna buy another one, and it didn't get blown. I passed phase 1 with it. So. This is what an A+ setup looks like. If you want to screenshot that shit, because so many people ask me, what is an A+ setup looking for you? No, guys, nigga. This is what an A+ setup looks for me. If you want to know, now you can know. Here, there you go. Liquidity, equal highs, 0.618, discounted, reaction out of it, pullback, and this was actually pullback. Look at this, pullback to what? Oh my god, the 0.618 level again! No fucking way. Anyway, 0.618 level, and we fucking flew from there. Yeah. That is mainly it. So didn't do anything else. Then this was FOMC, and it went almost exactly as I predicted it. I told you that it was gonna be manipulation. The first 30 minutes was gonna be manipulation, then it was gonna be the distribution. And as you can see, right at the fucking dot. Do you see this shit? 8:30. This is literally at the dot. And first 30 minutes manipulation. And what happened literally a minute later? Boom, we fucking die. I fucking told y'all. Pay attention. And obviously this my fib strategy also my new strategy also worked, as you can see. Equal highs, we didn't sweep anything. We went down to points to sweep sell side right before the news came in, so it was obvious that we're gonna go up, just like I told you many times. But yeah, manipulation, the distribution as predicted. Now we cut 50 basis points, which was fucking massive. We're gonna go into it a bit more later. But this was one of the most massive things that I said. But this is... I'm also going to talk about my Asian strategy, but fuck that shit now for now. Yeah, so I saw this. I woke up and I saw that we were flying, right? And since we cut 50 basis points, that meant that the stock market and risk on assets were going to go up massively, at least the day after. This was usually a trade that I don't take because there's no reason to take it. You're buying at premium, and it's risky to buy at premium. But this was a classic trend day, which if you know your opening daily profiles, you're trading fucking whatever, right? Your what is it called? The fucking what was I on about? Yeah, but just the 50 basis points. If you trade one day later, you were gonna have a massive fucking rally. So it happened exactly this. We had a massive rally, and I could have entered way earlier, but it didn't click. Right? I thought that we were gonna have a bigger pullback, but we didn't. So I just entered at premium, and we hit 1 to 3%. That was basically another TP hit. That was taken both of my fundeds, and that is basically it. I could have traded Friday because we were also gonna head fucking up, because you know we had the 50 basis points cut, which is gonna be massive for the markets, and we had as well. Let me find this somewhere. Yeah, but we had as well these. What is it called? The fucking liquidity resting on top. Just this high that we created that needed to be taken out. We took it out, and yeah, Thursday, Friday was obviously gonna be a very bullish day for the motherfucking risk on assets, just like gold. Nothing much, nothing less. So, broke them down. Why didn't we trade after the manipulation? So I didn't trade FOMC because yeah, it was obvious, but I didn't trade it for the specific reason that I wasn't at home. I was filling out paperwork, and I guess yeah, but I was filling out paperwork. I had to do some shit. I was not at home, so I couldn't take the trade. I could have traded it, but again, it's risky as fuck, right? To trade FOMC because yeah, even though it went exactly as I predicted it, it's still right. I mean, I almost never trade FOMC, so I don't have much experience with it. So how it's gonna react in certain cases or whatever. CPI and NFP, I know how they fucking move. I know the scenarios. But with FOMC, yes, this is how it usually goes. But still, I have to know what the fuck I'm getting myself into, right? So, and I wasn't at home. That is number one point. So we don't even need to go about that. Is New York from 3:30 to? Yeah, that is true. Does Bro even lose? Of course I do. It was just a very good week because this is just a massive bullish week. Trust me, he's patient enough to avoid taking losses. Exactly. I mean, the less trades you take, the more wins you get. I mean, if you look at everybody who says how to increase your win rate, including my playlist, I tell you trade less. Obviously, I give way more instructions than just trade less. But if you want to boil it down to one sentence, trade less. This is how you win more. So yeah, this was basically it. If anybody wants to ask questions, ask now, or else I'm moving the fuck on about the fucking trades. And so Sigma, no problem. So let me go over Monday and Tuesday, not this specific one, but how the algo is programmed and how it usually goes. Usually, not every fucking time, but this is how I know it goes and my experience with it. But so. Monday, so I usually trade from 9:30 German time, 9:30 to 11 p.m. German time, and this is usually where the bigger move starts, right? This is usually how the bigger move starts and how I catch the bigger move. As you can see in multiple of my trades, this is when I usually take the trades. So, what does this mean? Monday and Tuesday, the big move that I try to catch is usually not late New York. That's London. We're that 9:30 to 11 a.m. German time. That's London session still. So I try to catch the big move. So it happens during London. But that happens during about sometimes it doesn't happen on Wednesday, but most of the times it happens on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So towards the end of the week. But usually. London time, not Monday and Tuesday, the big move that I try to catch usually happens on New York kill zone, not at London after the London kill zone. It happens usually during New York kill zone. So, what does this mean for us? This means, let me pull this shit up. Yeah, this means basically that you're gonna have to, if you're gonna be trading gold Monday, Tuesday, which I don't recommend because it's one of my fucking worst trading days, you wait usually till New York session. It doesn't have to be New York Open or whatever the fuck, but usually you're gonna have to wait till New York session because as you can see, this is literally the kill zone. We grab liquidity right at the kill zone and then we fucking flush down. It took quite the time for me to figure this shit out, but I did. Now, yeah, just Monday, Tuesday, if you're gonna be trading gold, that's usually when the big move happens. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the days that I prefer, by the way, happens on after London manipulation, which is basically late London. That is it. Wait, go fuck yourself. So yeah, that is mainly it, right? And yeah, that is basically how and also it's a big thing to watch out for news, because if the news folder is around 2:30 German time, it's around 2:30 German time, and I'm trading 4 to 5 hours before the news with the red news folder. Volume is usually starts to kick in at around 4 or 3 hours before the news release. That is when volume really starts to kick in. So it also depends on the news folders. That is also another thing that you're gonna have to watch out for. But yeah, New York is most volume. It depends on which day. but usually the big move, the big move or the cleanest move on gold happens on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Usually happens before New York session, because that's when we also have the biggest red folders. That is mainly it, boys. So after this is the main thing. When to play. So okay, let me all go. Oh, if you have questions, ask. If not, I'm gonna go over my Asian strategy, because many people just been on wondering, wait, what the fuck has this guy been trading Asian session and taking trades at fucking 12 a.m. German time, right? This makes no fucking sense. Yeah, I'm gonna go over this right now. Why I've taken, I can go over, yeah, actually, I can go over, I can literally take this example. This is literally the most recent examples, just so people know, are not saying, oh, this is, you're taking old examples, it doesn't work anymore. No, nigga, it works. I can literally show you an example from this day. So, I even made a TikTok about this. The best days that you're gonna be doing this strategy is usually from, what is it called? From Tuesday to Wednesday, or from Wednesday to Thursday. So the trade that you're gonna be taking, I mean, it depends. You can do it at market open, but if you want me to simplify it even more, it's gonna be, you're gonna be taking it Wednesday or Thursday, that trade. But it's gonna be at 1 a.m. German time, right? It's almost as soon as the gold market reopens, because it closes for 1 hour and then it reopens. So you wait for an hour. What does this mean? So I have many confluences. I have confluence. I can go back to my old trades. Let me show you what I did to these trades. There you go. Usually we had, I think we had CPI on Wednesday. I think, yes, we did. We had CPI on Wednesday, and when we have a big news folder, a super important news folder, the next day, usually what price is gonna do during the Asian session times is just gonna follow the trend. I know, it's shocking, right? But yeah, it's what it usually is gonna do is just follow the trend. So that's what I do. I just wait for a minor retest, not a big one, just anything you can call a retest, by the way. I just wait for a very minor retest. I take it and I long to the nearest liquidity point. It's usually not a big trade. It's just a 1 to 3 or a 1 to 4. And yeah, a 1 to 3 or 1 to 4. That is usually how I do it. And yeah, prices usually follows the trend. If it is a big news like CPI or FOMC the next day, it's just gonna follow the trend. That is what's gonna do. As well, what else do I look for when I'm taking an Asian session trade? So when I'm holding it overnight, it's usually, I mean, I don't. It's usually since it's either Wednesday or Thursday, super early. It's usually the distribution days, or you like to call it. So the manipulation has already taken place, so around Monday or Tuesday or even early Wednesday. So the manipulation will take place, and after that, nobody can join for this shit. Anyway, so since liquidity has already been taken, price is either gonna consolidate on Asian session, but on Wednesdays and Thursdays it really does not. It usually just follows the trend, or it will just skyrocket to the nearest liquidity point during during Asian session. I like to have a tight TP because it doesn't even it usually kind of because you never know when you might go into London session and your trade might still be open because you got too greedy with the TP. But let me go over now why this is the Wednesday strategy, the Thursday, or basically after. This is before the news release, right? This is before the news release. What happens to the day after the news release? So if we have a big dump, because this has happened many times, if you check my previous Asian session trades, if we have a big dump and that day, and we finish off that dump with just grabbing sell side liquidity, all I'm gonna do is wait for the most minor retest ever. So basically I could enter around here. It depends if I'm even fucking awake at this point, or I could set a limit. This was actually an A+ trade, but whatever, right? Yeah, you could have, if you stayed awake to this hour, you could have easily taken this trade, which would have worked with my strategy. And yeah, you have a big drop after the news release, because it happens. It has happened way too many fucking times, and I've taken advantage of it. So usually after Wednesday, Thursday is gonna be the reversal. So you have a big news release that's gonna fucking dump. It's gonna take sell side. That's all it's gonna do. Just take sell side, and yeah, you're just gonna wait for a very small retest, and you're gonna just take the trade, and you're gonna go for a 1 to 4. That is it. If we have a big pump, which doesn't usually happen nowadays, but if you have a big pump, You can still, it's not as good of a setup, but you can still do the same method. Just wait for a minor retest and just go to town with the current shred. But yeah, I mean, from my experience, please just, if the better trade is if we have a big dump and we grab sell side and all that, that is usually when you should take the Asian trade on that day, because there is no sell side to be grabbed. We already did that. There's just buy side to grab. So go for a 1 to 3 or 1 to 4 at a minor retest, and then you should be good with the Asian strategy. In the gym and watching the stream, you guys are fucking. I don't understand. Anyway, any questions? If not, go fuck yourself. I'm kidding. Ask them, or else I'm moving on to the next topic. This is the my Asian session strategy. Might be a bit confusing, but I just ask. Fucking Rico is here, bro. Who the fuck let this guy in? Yeah, what size is your key? Ugh, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Pawn 1111. Just fucking type, bro. You're slow as shit. Hey Mario, what is the best strategy? 100% win rate, Asian and London session. You guys are fucking stupid. Anyway, let me go over to the next topic. So, next topic. I guess no, I can talk about this later on. Yeah. So, if I would ask y'all, right, what do you guys think are the best traders, right? What do you guys think are the best traders, or how do you differentiate from the best to the worst traders, right? Let me give you a tip of what the best traders do that the worst traders cannot do, and that is probably the reason most of the motherfuckers watching this are unprofitable. This is literally, if you do this switch, you can easily become profitable overnight if you actually follow this and don't break your fucking rules. Listen, the best traders are not the ones that are hitting fucking 20% a month. The best traders are not the ones that have the world fucking fastest Alpha Capital Group passing account. They're not like this fucking thing that you have imagined in your head. Oh, the Lamborghinis, oh, they risk fucking 3,000, they make 10,000, whatever the fuck. No, the best ones, what they do in compared to the worst ones, are the ones that know when to not fucking trade. Oh my god, no way, no way. That is a secret to how I can become profitable, and I haven't known this forever. It was so easy from the start. No! Just the only thing that is keeping you right now from being profitable is to know when to trade and when to not trade. So for me, my experience, I don't know about you and the data you have collected, but I will still help you. My experience, I don't trade no news Mondays. I don't trade Tuesdays, period, because it's the manipulation day and it's just the shit. I know which, you look at the journal, the data that you have collected for the past I don't know how the fuck long, and you look which is my worst day, trading day, which are the days that I lose the most, okay? Which are the days that I lose the most, and which are the trading days that I usually win the most. Not lose, win. So, me, it's Tuesday. I don't trade Tuesdays anymore, period. I don't even look at the charts. Wednesdays and Thursdays are my best trading days. I just, and if I had to pick one of them, I would pick Thursday. But Wednesdays and Thursdays are usually my best fucking trade. So, Monday and Tuesday, Monday and Tuesday, I usually just don't even fucking look at the charts. It depends if the news folder aligns with my bias on Monday. But I don't even look at the chart because I know my fucking, how I summed up this whole entire shit. But yeah, Wednesdays and Thursdays are usually my best fucking trading days, period. And it's not even close. So this is when to know when to not trade. I don't trade on Monday, Tuesdays, and that's it. Wednesdays, Thursdays, I just look for the most amount of trades. If my fucking, not the most, just one obviously. If my setup doesn't appear still on Wednesday, I'm still not gonna take the trade. That is it, right? So yeah, please just know from the data that you have collected which trading days you should be trading and when to not be trading. That's it. Which conditions apply to you. No news Mondays. Oh, you don't fucking trade them, period. Follow your rules. This is literally what differentiates you from the best to the worst traders, because the worst traders are not the ones that are placing 100 trades and winning all of them, are the ones that are actually knowing when to trade and when to not trade, and are placing the least amount of trades with it. Most of the motherfuckers are playing that are on the top, at the top. They are doing this 10 trading days. They trade 10 times a month, and that's it for them, because they don't need to look at every setup. They're like 7-figure funded. They just need to be trading 10 days out of the entire month, and they need like 5% at most. 10% amazing, right? But 5% at most, because if you're trading 1 million funded, 5% is 50K. Why the fuck would you need even more and risk more? That is what you should be knowing: to trade and what to not trade. What's there on Mondays and Tuesdays? Yeah, exactly. Hop Trades fucking knows. Anyway, that is mainly it, boys. Just write this shit down. And yeah, obviously I saw some things on TikTok that people were talking about. You said you gold in the next few months. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. So, some people were watching some motherfuckers that were actually talking on TikTok, and what is it called? Yeah, some people were basically just talking about, they're mostly scammers, and they usually talk their, if they take profit or their results. When they talk about the results, they don't talk in percentages, they talk in pips. I caught a 100 pip trade, I caught a 200 pip trade. Stay the fuck away from these people. These guys are very easily manipulative with their trades. I have experience with them. So if someone comes to you and says, oh, I have this month I caught 1,000 pips, that doesn't mean jack shit. They could have a 200 pip stop loss and a 10 pip take profit, and they could be winning all the fucking time and say, oh, I caught this many pips. This doesn't make any fucking sense. Stop fucking following these scammers. The people that you should be following is people who talk in RRs, or risk to reward, or in percentages. I made 5% today. That is it. That is usually the people. And also avoid people that say, I made $5,000 today. I say that shit sometimes, but usually you never know how much they risk, how much in what funded account they have it, and whatever. Percentages are the most accurate way to predict and call what you have actually done with your fucking account and your performance. Isn't there a strategy Monday accumulation, so you wait to Tuesday until Monday? Yeah, sort of. And it's just bad price action, really. I'm just bad price action. That is mainly it. Bad price action. So, let me go drink water, and then we're gonna go predict the fucking market. Not just completely. I'm also gonna talk about Antonio's Friday strat again, because some people, many people weren't here when I taught it. But let me go drink water. I'm gonna talk about Friday strat with Antonio's, and then I'm gonna talk about all the economic data and where gold is heading, and then we're gonna do the weekly bias. Give me a fucking second. Anyway, we're back. So, I'm about to rage base on bitch and ranked camping loadout. What? Bro, focus. His chair is rigged. Fuck, anyway. Stop fucking watching football. Anyway, so, where is gold heading? I haven't made a TikTok about this, but fuck it, we're gonna go. I could sit here and say, oh guys, I know the fucking enigma and where gold is gonna go and it's gonna do this. I can literally sit here and spit on your guys' face and say, oh, this is what it's gonna do or whatever. But I'm gonna go over all of my analysis and why I personally believe it's gonna go and be that way. So, before I actually do, let me actually go over the Antonio's Friday strat one more time before I never fucking talk about that shit again. It's because some people just keep asking me, well, what the fuck is this? Why don't you just teach it? My brother in Christ, I fucking taught it way too many times. Anyway, so, yeah, I can literally use this Fridays as example. So, the Friday strat that has a 94% win rate, right? Did you watch AJ vs Double? No, I fucking did not. AJ's watched. It's over. So, yeah, it's a 94% win rate strat, and you basically mark out the opening highs and lows of 3:30. This is German time, by the way, but the first two 15-minute candles. So this is the yeah, this is the first two 15-minute candles. This is the 5-minute, but from 3:30 to 3:45 or from 9:30 to 9:45 New York time, you mark out the highs and the lows. And the first candle that gets broken first, you enter a trade, and you enter for a 1-to-1 risk reward. I know it's not a big risk reward or whatever the fuck. You have your stop loss at the high of this one, and then you have your take profit at the low. Or you can never 1-to-2 at this scenario, right? But the safest one to go, which has a 94% win rate, is go for a 1-to-1 basically. That's fucking it. You can risk 2% or whatever the fuck. It's literally free money, but it's a 94% win rate. Whichever candle breaks first of the first two 15-minute candles, whichever candle breaks first, it's most likely not gonna come back to the top. So just take a fucking short, basically put a sell stop or a buy stop, go for 1-to-1, and you're done. Can you live off that? Wait, I just learned it yesterday. Antonio's 80% one rate strat on Friday. Yeah, I mean theoretically, yeah, but it's a bad risk reward. It's a 1-to-1. It's a 94% win rate, but it's a 1-to-1 risk reward, and you can technically live off that, right? I mean, you can easily have a 100K account, risk 2% on it every Friday. Right? You can, but it's just not confident. You have to trade once a fucking week with that in mind. So can somebody explain, bro? If you go to the 15-minute, so 9:30 New York time, the first 15-minute candle to the second 15-minute candle is this, right? Or this. Wait, what? No, it's. I mean, on the 15-minute is this, right? So, what do you do here? You mark out the highs and the lows of the first two 15-minute candles, or the first one of the first 15-minute candle, depends on which one you want. But if you want to be safer, you do the second. And could you do for 1-to-2 here? You could have sort of. Anyway, so the first fucking one to break from the first two 15-minute candles, right? The first one to fucking break, you short. If your stop loss here, back to the top. Boom, 1-to-1 risk reward, that's it. This is a wider stop. If you go on the 5-minute, it's gonna look a bit different, but yeah, that is basically it. The first one to break, you short, and if it goes down, you just short, and you have your stop loss at the other end, and your take profit at just 1-to-1. It's the last fucking time I'm gonna talk about this strat. Anyway, going back and what gold is gonna do, right? Let me actually go and talk about this bad boy. Daily time frame, boys. I don't know if you guys know this. Let me show you this one. Can we here? Oh, do you see this? 50 basis points rate cut September 18th, 2007. It's from Sven from the server, but ignore that. September 18th, 2007. Oh, it's literally history repeating itself. And yeah, September 18th, literally the exact same fucking date we had in 2024. So, what the fuck does this mean, boys? Let's go back, right? Let's go back. The blue line is when they cut rates, the 50 basis points. How much did we increase from there? 42 fucking percent. Let's do that shit. Let's round it down to 30%, right? Let's say it's 30% this time around, because we already have done a decent amount of pumping in gold before the collapse or whatever. Because on the entire year we've been up 20%. Actually, matter of fact, let's see from the start of the fucking of the year how much it was up in 2007. Boom, this is it, and this is the high. 63%. We have been up 32% from year to date gold. It has been one of the most actual what is it called? One of the best performing asset of 2024 gold. It has outperformed the S&P, the Nasdaq, and most risk-on assets. It has actually outperformed them. So, as you can see, we cut rates and we go on a parabolic run. We're easily going to $3,000 on gold, and they're gonna be way too easily buying opportunities because bias is gonna be too fucking easy. First of all, the bias is gonna be too easy, and we're gonna have the overall same bias over and over and over and over and over again. and we're gonna have like a shit ton of buying pressure. And what else? I mean, yeah, but that is mostly it, right? I mean, we're gonna have a lot of buying pressure until the economic collapse, which is coming in 6 months, by the way. And yeah, this is how we're gonna predict this. And we as well. Let me go actually to my photos. Let me show you something. I posted this on my latest TikTok, but I'm still gonna show you. Where the fuck is it? Where banks are basically buying up gold and whatever. And of course, many people have seen the COT data and how people are acting. You know, banks have been buying fucking gold since fucking the January. We're literally 87% long on gold on the institutions. And what the fuck? There it is. Boom. Why can't I? Oh, for fuck's sake, let me download this shit. And downloads. Boom. Oh, for fuck's sake. Let me just switch windows.
What's one?
No, that's the wrong one. So, guys, where the fuck is it? Download? Image, there you go. Are you fucking kidding me? Let me try sending it in actually. No, here. Here, there you go. I sent it to the chat so y'all can also have it. But yeah, many banks were basically surveyed to actually know what the central banks are doing. If you look at the Where We Cook chat, what the central banks are doing with the fucking where they think gold is gonna go, and they're basically saying, not only this graph but in news data in general, they've been saying we're gonna buy up gold. We've been storing up gold. We've been ditching the US dollar because we fear that there's gonna be an economic collapse. We want something that is a hedge against inflation or whatever the fuck. So we're gonna buy up gold, a lot of it, and since the rate cuts also came, it's gonna be higher up for the fucking, what is it called? The risk on assets, just like gold. So we're gonna buy as much of it as possible, and we expect it to go way higher. And they are fucking right. Looking at history, last time we cut 50 basis points, and exactly 18th September 2007, we went up massively. So they believe, some people even said that gold is gonna go up to $5,000. I don't know about that, but $3,000 is also, it's almost guaranteed now with gold. So stay tuned, keep it simple, and be careful. Gold is easily going to $3,000. It's not even like goddamn. It's just an easy. It's a super easy bet to do. And then we had the economic collapse, you know, all the jazz, you know, everything that came after it. We don't give a fuck about that shit. Last time to Fed, 50 basis points, fell 39 next, and recession. Yeah, I mean, that is nothing new. We know for certain, because every single indicator that there is, it's pointing that we're gonna go into recession. So it's guaranteed that in the next 6 to 8 months we're gonna go into a recession. That is guaranteed. That is not an if, it's a when. So we're gonna go into recession. Be careful, and yeah, please. Now let's go to the weekly bias. 2000. I don't give a fuck. So here we are. 5 minutes. God damn, where the fuck am I? Here you go. We're gonna go to the 4 hour. And we did just touch up this small fair value gap. I honestly thought we were gonna go down to this level because it made the most sense to come down to this level, but god damn, those 50 basis points really made the market fucking fly. The next level that I think we're gonna go down to, I don't trade support resistance, but on the higher time frame, it's what makes the most sense for me. I believe, I don't think we're gonna go down this far, but I'm still gonna say we probably will. And we also have this fair value gap. Oh, okay, look, I'm just gonna say on gold we're gonna go down to this level. Pathfinder, here you go. We're gonna go down here. We're maybe not gonna touch this zone, but we're gonna go maybe slightly above it, and we're gonna continue higher. That is not a mystery. That is a guarantee. Super bullish on gold this week. Let me screenshot that shit and sending it to the weekly bias group section of the fucking Discord. Weekly bias.